you go.
Here we are.
We are live. So, how are you today?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing good as well. What better way to finish an epic evening with someone as amazing and talented and awesome and badass and yeah, that's you.
You're too sweet. You had a busy day. You've been doing some lives today.
Yeah, and let's finish it up. And let's finishing up amazingly. So, welcome to the show. It is so cool and amazing to have you here. So before we start, I have to give you a proper welcome. So if you have seen some of my episodes before, you know exactly what I'm about to do. If not, that's okay. Let me show you.
Perfect.
There you go. Yeah. Amazing, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Very nice. I would like to hear that. I think every morning when I wake up, that would be
right. I've heard that a lot of times, that it would be interesting to hear that as your alarm. You would be instantly waking up with your best smile and be like, "Thank you."
Yeah. I think that we should start doing that. Maybe we should just walk around with like our phone just going off with that in public, because then you're just like, who?
Yeah. You know what? It would be epic. Like every time you, like, either you walk in or you walk out, like a shop or whatever, you put that.
Yeah. Yes. That'd be amazing.
Lovely. I love it. Let's make it happen. Let's make it trendy.
Yeah. Seriously. We'll start it. We've done it. We've coined it.
There you go. Now, starting with the whole interview now, tell me how your acting career started.
Well, if we want to get down to the nitty gritty, I played baby Jesus as an infant. So
okay, you got you know what? Let's finish the interview. We wrap it up. Thank you, everyone. I'm done.
Thank you. Yeah. Right. So I think, am I now the youngest one that has been in? Well, you probably have some baby actors in there, but beyond the baby Jesus part, I think from childhood, I was in all the church plays, a lot of the school plays, going up through elementary, junior high, and high school, and did some local theater. I'm from Central California, Fresno, so did some local theater there, and that's how it all started. So from a very young age.
There you go. The fact that you play baby Jesus, that gives you like
status, right? They should be calling me. Yeah, it was a fun role. I dedicated it to so many. No, I'm just kidding.
Absolutely. Why didn't? It's a shame that you didn't receive an Oscar.
I know. I agree. Okay. I should. Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Next time when you win an Oscar, you could be like, "This could be my second one, but thank you."
Right. I guess I gotta stay humble, right?
Yeah.
Especially.
No, just kidding. Cool. So, talking about your theater performances, so you were in London Suits, Stop Rain, Night Mother, Into the Woods, and Grease. So tell me, were those like your first plays, and like what are some of the things that you can remember from the kind of those first experiences?
Well, Grease and Into the Woods were a little earlier on compared to the other three.
Okay.
So I think I was in high school when I did Grease and Into the Woods, and then and those are very well known, but and Grease will always have a place in my heart, because who hasn't watched that film, and who hasn't?
We'll watch it at some point, either on VH1 or
Yeah, so it's so fun when you get to do something that has a place in your heart when you watch these films and know the music. But the other ones that I was in were a little bit of comedy and drama, so it was really fun to be able to jump back and forth. And those were more straight shows, so no music, but. I think live performance has always been just a very invigorating thing. So
there you go.
Yeah.
And what would you say it's the key for a good play?
For good play, I mean, definitely story. But I'm more drawn to musicals myself. So if we were
Okay.
to go down the musical route, I would say music is a huge key, but how the story integrates with the music and how they play a key together. You see these shows that combine music and story so well, and that I think is a beautiful place to be able to see where people's talent lies, to be able to like put them together. But as far as like just a straight show, I think definitely big characters to me would be a great example of what makes a great show, is very distinguished characters. Yeah.
Okay. And what do you usually do before going on stage? I mean, do you have like a specific ritual, let's say, or like what is the number one thing you always do to kind of set you in the mood to perform?
I play that big clapping and hoot and holler audio that you played me right before I go on in my ear. Yeah. No, just kidding. I wish I had that. I usually just give myself a good pep talk. It's nothing special, but I'm like, you can do this. And I probably say a little prayer, and I just try to hype up my energy to where it's enough for audiences to take in. But I'm not huge into like a lot. There's some ritualistic stuff into theater and how people go on, but I'm just like, okay, you got this. We know our lines. So it's more of a pet talk for me.
Let's go. Yeah. That's so cool. You know what? Next time you're gonna play, let me know. And if I can get there, I will bring my laptop with the clapping effect. And I'm just gonna put it.
Please, and thank you.
I'll do it. You can count on that. I mean, next time you hear somebody with a laptop with a clapping sound, and be like,
yeah. Like, Dan's in the room. He's got me. Now I can go on. I love that.
There you go.
Thanks for the offer. I'm definitely gonna let you know.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
And so for your film performances, you were in Fire Damage. Tell me, was that one like one of your first films? And what are some of the things that you learned, like in the whole character creation? I mean, what is the thing that you usually do to prepare a character? I mean, I understand, of course, that it depends on the role, but what usually is the number one thing to kind of set you in the mood to be like, I'm good to go?
Right, that's a great question. Fire Damage was probably one of my first, and it was actually, I would say, looking back, one of the hardest because I was so young when I did it. I think I was in my early 20s, and the character's child had just died from a house fire, and the husband saved the wife and not the baby, and now this wife is grieving and over her loss of child. And I was so young that I've never been married, I didn't have a child, and it was hard to connect. And so that's where I think for me, imagination work really played a part in like developing that character. I had to relate something to be able to figure out how I'm gonna grieve over this child, especially like I've never had a child, so I'm not gonna know that connection as well as like an actual mother. I definitely had a cat at the time, so that helped a little bit, but just the imagination, I think.
Yeah.
So I lean a little bit more in towards imagination work and putting myself in those shoes and trying to like not just imagine what the character would I mean, it would have to be for me, right? Because I don't have that experience, so I have to relay on some of those feelings. And yeah, usually that's how I kind of develop a character, is if I'm not close to it enough, I'll have to find things that I connect so strongly to be able to relate.
Love it. I love it. That's amazing. And then you were in The Mystic, Helpless, Farchiktine, The Park, Romance, and I mean several more. I mean, it would take me hours to basically set all of the projects you've been.
Aww.
But like, tell me, like, what is like, tell me a little bit about your characters in those performances.
The ones that you did name were a mix between comedy and drama. So I usually tend to lean a little bit more towards the comedic side when I'm working on film stuff. So some of those characters I'm trying to I'm trying to think. And again, some of those roles were a little bit smaller compared to others. And I know that the Mystic was one that was that I was like a featured role, and it was hard to carry a film.
Yeah.
And thinking back, I would definitely have done stuff differently if I really knew what that weight felt like of carrying a film versus being more of a supporting. But those. Yeah, so I tend to lean towards, I feel like I'm not answering your question. Those, I don't know. Ask me the question again so I can make sure
so,
that I'm...
tell me about your characters and those performances.
Gotcha. Yeah. So The Mystic was a darker film, and that character was like a college girl who then had a stalker and got captured, so it was a little bit of like thriller, and so it was fun. But then some of the other ones, like romance and the park, those were just supporting roles that I came in for some comedic stuff. So yeah, they were really fun. Everything is so fun when you're just on set. I think when you have the heart for it, you thrive no matter what.
Totally.
No matter how much screen time you get, you're just like, I just want to be here. I want to see everything. I want to be a part of this project. So, yeah.
Love it. That's amazing as well. And what aspect would you say it's important to know to make a relatable character?
I know a lot of people would say likability, because there's some treacherous characters. I don't know if that it's necessarily likability, but relatability. I mean, we all connect, and finding a little tiny piece of something in a character that's even the worst character that you could possibly think of, that has murdered people and done crazy things. Yeah. There's still a part of human aspect to them, that we're all human. We all make mistakes. We all make choices. And I think finding that relatability in there to where it's like, could I have gone down this path, or could I connect in this way in humanity wise? Yeah. And so I think that's what I try to think about is in creating characters, is like, how can we be related on a human level? Like, what do you have and I have that's the same? Okay. And then go from there, because we all have aspects of love and we all have aspects of hate, and it's just whether or not you make the choice to tap into one or the other. Totally. So, yeah.
Wow. And what do you think is important for storytelling?
I'm more character driven, so I definitely there are those character actors out there. So I think for me, when I watch a story, anytime I see something, I'm looking for specific characters. And so I think the stronger that the character is, or the stronger the actor, like not the actor, because that's not the actual character, but the stronger that performance, they're going to make me believe them, and then I'm going to want to follow their journey. Yeah. So I know a lot of people might say, "Oh, it's the story. It's what's happening in the story." But I'm trying to see if these people are tapping in, and if we can follow this one written character's journey, and if we can see again, it's a lot about humanity and like how we relate, because it's fun to watch people. And it's fun to see them move through the story. So I really like just watching the characters in the story and doing that for other people too.
Amazing. So. That's so awesome. And what do you like the most about acting in general?
I think it's tapping into something that wouldn't necessarily be me. Okay. And that it kind of goes back to playing those horrible people sometimes, or playing that most loving people. And I think that's what's so fun, is getting into the psychology and breaking down, because everyone has a backstory. Everyone has a different upbringing. Your and my views on certain things are completely different. We could both look at an apple and you could have disdain for it and I could have joy. And it's interesting when you bring yourself into this, and you're seeing who this person is. And I love that you can you can see where their backstory came from and how they became the way they are, and how they could get out of something, or how they can transition into something. And finding the groove and the journey of this character, of any character, is so fun, because it can go any different way. We could make a choice one day that takes us down a path that we might not have ever gone, because we chose that one thing. So I think that's what's really fun.
Yeah, I can agree on that. And tell me, like, what motivates you? I mean, we all have those days, right, in which we are not sure if we're on the right path.
Do we ever?
If what we're doing, it's kind of the good thing, and then we start to compare each other with other ones who are like in a different position than you, and you're like, why? You know, like all of that toxic bubble, let's say. So what gets you out of this toxic bubble and be like, F it, I'm just gonna continue pursuing and following the thing that I love the most, which is acting?
That is such an amazing question, and I'm so glad that you asked that for people, because it's so true. It's so true. You can get on this thing where you're just like, I'm quitting, I'm done, I can't do this. And I think for me, it's just thinking about the joy that I could bring to other people, and the laughter. And that's, I guess, why I tend to go more comedy wise, is because it is fun bringing someone out of a funk. Or at least thinking that you can, with a fun character, or even just touching, again, I just keep coming back to like the thought of humanity, and how we are all so similar, yet we're so different. And so it's really neat to be able to tell someone's story of like, this is where they started, and this is where they're going, or this is where they can go, the potential of it. And thinking of that, there's so many untold stories, and you think about all the lives that have walked on this earth, and how we can't tell them all, but there's some great, amazing people that it would be so cool to be able to tell their story, and yet it's piled under so much other junk. And I think that's what keeps me going, is like, there's so much story out there to tell to people about people, because there's incredible people. And I love that. And there's incredible stories. You look at all these war stories. I mean, in how many years was it like 5 years ago, 3 years ago, that all these like war stories were coming out?
Yeah.
Angelina Jolie directed one, and then there was like Dunkirk, and all these like crazy stories of fallen soldiers, or soldiers that fell and got back up. And that's the power of film, I think, is being able to hear these stories from World War II or Vietnam or wherever, and being able to like show what people went through and what they did for our country, or what they did for other people. And that's beautiful to me. I think that's what pushes me.
That's amazing. I love it. It's such a great answer. I mean, yeah, it's amazing.
Thank you. Sorry, it's so long-winded though.
Now, if you could describe your career at the moment on a movie, TV show, a play, or even a book, why not? What would be the title of it?
You're crazy. Get over it.
And would it be a movie, or?
It would be a TV show. It would be a sitcom.
There you go.
A multi-cam sitcom.
Love it. Then if at some point you're actually making it, I mean, since Netflix is doing everything, why not, just put the idea there and be like, I'm just putting it there, and
That's a great idea. I should write a little treatment.
There you go.
You're crazy, get over it. Aren't we all a little
Yeah,
crazy?
I think that. And I think that
do you have some crazy moments sometimes?
Oh yeah, every single time. But I think it's what makes us original, I think it's our essence. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because otherwise we'll be kind of the same, and that will be boring. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah, we'd be encountering. I would not want to encounter me out in the world. I'll tell you that. That would just not.
Yeah, no, me neither.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to encounter two of you. That would be great.
Oh, thank you. And I would love to encounter three of you then.
Oh no. But
absolutely. And if you could describe also your career, but this time on a drink, which one would you pick?
Well, I'm gonna have to go. This is my favorite drink, but also there is kind of some symbolism. I would have to go with the Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary.
Have you had a Bloody Mary?
Okay. Yeah. You
have? Okay. Because I would say I'm a little spicy, but I'm a little earthy. Okay. And I'm a little it's more of a full body drink in the sense that it's like a lot of tomato juice and you just get really full, and it's a lot. So I guess there's a lot of meat. That's a great question. I'm going to use that. I am a Bloody Mary.
There you go.
You know?
And the cool thing is that you once you drink it, you want another one, and you want another one until you basically can't see anymore.
Yeah, right? Do you like Bloody Marys?
Yeah, I mean, I do like to drink all type of drinks. You know, I think like all of them have like their own thing. You know, I mean, of course that I don't mix because that's like suicide. But you know, but
well, are micheladas more popular where you're at?
Yeah, yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't usually order one. I would like a regular beer. That's it.
Okay.
But when I'm having like this huge hangover, I will definitely ask for a michelada for sure.
Okay. So you would say for you, would it be beer?
No.
What, first, beer is your chosen drink?
No.
Oh, what's your chosen drink?
It's whiskey.
Oh, okay. You got some class.
Thank you.
You're
I even
classy.
have my old-fashioned cup around here. I don't know where, but I have it. And every now and then I will be just like drinking it, and yeah, I like it.
Nice. So then what is your drink if you were to describe yourself? I want to know.
Okay. Do you know this drink, this alcohol called mezcal?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, back in, I don't know, like 10 years ago. Jesus Christ, yeah, 10 years ago. I used to work in this bar, and then I don't know if it was my idea or not. I mean, if somebody's watching that and is like, no, it's not your idea, okay. But I ended up doing is that I mixed, so on a shot, I got mezcal with Tabasco sauce on it.
That's almost like a Bloody Mary, kind
and
of.
And trust me, that was like the bomb, because you will drink it and you will fear. I mean, you will be actually feeling how it goes slowly through your body and be like, and once it's in your stomach, you will be like, why? You know what I mean? So I would say that because it's strong, it's explosive, but it gets you this thing in which you're like, give me another one.
Nice. Okay. I like that. I mean, also it's like you're a go-getter. I can already feel and tell. You're just like, you're a guy of like, what's the word? Ambition. You have a lot of ambition. And I feel like that is a little bit of what that drink is, because you look at it and you're like, ooh, mezcal with Tabasco, that's a little ambitious for someone who might not drink that much. And I don't know, that's how I see it too. It's like, that's very relatable. I like that. And now I want to try it. So
yeah, absolutely. I mean, there used to be a time in which I used to drink like a lot. I mean, now I don't quite, like every now and then I would probably have like a drink or two, maybe a shot or two, but not like getting drunk like the way I used to like 10 years ago, because it took one party for me to decide the next day to be like, I don't want to feel like this anymore. You know what I mean?
Yep. It's that one time that pushes you over the edge. I get that.
Yeah. So that was like, yeah, I'm just gonna. But of course, every now and then, like I think like 2-3 weeks ago, I got like this shot that I told you. I mean, I got mezcal and Tabasco, and I was like, for all times, here we go, hit me. And then I drank it. And I was like, yeah, I know why. Yeah. Enough. That's enough.
So that's what you, if I want to go try Dan's drink that is him, that he created, I want to say I want a shot of mezcal with a little, okay.
A little bit, because if you put too much, it's not good enough. And just make sure before doing that you had a really good meal. Okay. Because otherwise, if you have your stomach empty and you have that in your stomach, trust me, you don't want that. Okay,
good to know. I'm going to try it.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, then I have the perfect idea. Then next time you are on a play, I will bring the cheering sound, and then once you're done, let's celebrate with that.
Yes! I love your thinking. Perfect.
There you go.
That's awesome.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Great. And my last question here is, what can we expect from you in the future?
Well, in the immediate future, semi-immediate, within the next, I would say 6 months, I have a drama short that will be coming out and going out to festivals that I wrote and acted in, so I have that going on. And then I am working on a web series.
There you go.
So we have 8 episodes, and things are starting to tie together right now. And again, that'll probably start launching in March. So that's more of the immediate future. But
there you go.
We all know we want that like Oscar in the hand thing. I mean, that's how I see my future going, or an Emmy, you know, for comedy, sitcom, you know.
Yeah, or both.
Or I can do both. 2 hands.
There you go.
I mean, I would preferably like an EGOT with all of them, but I don't know if a Tony is in my future or not. So
amazing.
We'll see.
Amazing. I mean, what can I say? At the end of the day, your career is amazing, awesome, inspiring as well, because you are doing what you love the most, and that's inspiring, and also that takes courage. And I think that for a lot of people, whenever they're starting this project or they want to start following their dreams, they get uncomfortable, or they get into this zone in which they don't know if it is good or not. But the fact that you're doing it is really cool. I'm super sure that eventually we're going to see you basically everywhere, you know, from movies, from TV shows to commercials, to hear your voice also on commercials, to even on magazines. I mean, everywhere, you know. I'm super sure that day is going to happen. Keep killing it. Keep doing what you do, because it is awesome and it is super inspiring. And also, I want to thank those who are watching. If you're watching this now, if you're watching this now, thanks so much. If you're watching this later on YouTube or listening in on Spotify and Apple Music, make sure that you're following this amazing, talented, super awesome actress that I'm talking with right now. Normally, what I would say is for you to put pause, then leave a like, subscribe, help me a lot. Then, you know, probably get a shot of mezcal or a Bloody Mary. Why not? You know,
why not? Why not?
And then go follow this amazing, talented, super awesome actress. Make sure that the whole world know about all of her work. And again, thank you so much. Before I send you off, you know the drill. I need to send you off in an epic way. So
I'm waiting. Thank you.
Oh wait. There you go.
Every day. Every day.
Keep killing it, and I'll see you in the next one.
Thank you. You have a great night.
You too. Bye.
Bye.